Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a South Carolina road trip to the Georgia mountains.
Yeah, so come get lost with us in some Appalachia.
Let's go.
And if you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe. Officially made it to Greenville, and we're at the stadium of the minor league baseball team here. Interesting little tile. It's talking about the railroad.
It apparently used to be located here where the field is that we're about to go look at.
Oh.
Interesting.
Check out that old mural across the street. It's like Coca-Cola, cigar warehouse. Really neat. We made it to the front of Floor Field, and their name is G Drive. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, but they're a Boston Red Sox minor league team. But look, found what we came for. A little bit bad lighting, but this is the Shoeless Joe Jackson. His real name is Joseph Jefferson Jackson. What'd you say?
Why is he called Shoeless?
So he was playing a doubleheader early in his career, and he had problems with his shoes, so he just took his shoes off and played in his socks the rest of the game. So they called him Shoeless Joe Jackson.
That's cool.
Yeah. He played 13 seasons in Major League Baseball.
He had 12 hits, which is a World Series record.
Yes, in his last World Series that he was in. He played for the White Sox.
And then got accused of doing some not so innocent things.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to the museum. Quick little update. They call it the Greenville Drive. That's the name. I didn't know what the G stood for. That's interesting. So that's their minor league team for the Red Sox.
That's cool. See, we were trying to think if there was any minor league teams we could check out when we're in South Carolina. Now we know. It is a bit of a drive from both Columbia and Charleston, but who knows? Maybe we'll check them out.
So it's located at 356 District, and 356 is Shoeless Joe Jackson's lifetime batting average. And here's the Shoeless Joe Museum. Let's go take a look. We made it to the Shoeless Joe Jackson Museum and Baseball Library. Here's the little building. Now, if you don't know who Shoeless Joe Jackson is, if you've ever seen Field of Dreams, he is the first guy that comes out of the cornfield in Field of Dreams, played by Ray Liotta, who passed away recently, too. Yeah. So Shoeless Joe was originally born actually a little bit further north, closer to Clemson than here. So it's kind of his hometown, but not really. This is actually the house that he passed away in. They moved it a few years ago because of development. And if you see, there's a lot of development around it, so that's kind of why it got moved. And they moved it to 356 because that was his lifetime batting average. Here's what his Hall of Fame scribe would kind of look like. If you've seen, we've actually been to the Hall of Fame. Check that out in the top right hand corner, Baseball Hall of Fame. But this is what it would look like. But after the 1920s World Series, he got banned for life from baseball. So they won't allow him in the Hall of Fame. So if you don't know about Shoeless Joe, he basically retired. Well, he didn't retire. He played 13 seasons in the league. He got kicked out in 21. He had to leave the league. His lifetime batting average was 356. He was the third highest lifetime batting average in all of Major League Baseball at the time. And when he got kicked out, they kicked him out for basically, he was playing the Reds. He was on the Chicago White Sox. He was playing the Reds in the World Series. And 9 of the players on the White Sox team were accused of gambling for the Reds to win. And Shoeless Joe was one of the 9 players. But something interesting too, right before he got banned for life from the league, he actually got acquitted. So in a legal court, they found that he was innocent. He didn't do it. And later on, the other 8 players actually came forward and said that Shoeless Joe was not part of the gambling scheme. So he shouldn't have been banned at all. But because of that, the commissioner of Major League Baseball in like 1920 banned him from baseball for life. And Major League Baseball has never taken it up since. In 1999, apparently Congress passed a resolution trying to get Major League Baseball to look at him again for the Hall of Fame, but they still haven't taken up the case since then. So Shoeless Joe is one of the greatest players to ever play baseball, and he can't be in the Hall of Fame. And so I guess he lived here. So after he left baseball in 1920, he moved to Savannah, Georgia for a few years. And then he moved here, and he lived to be 69, and he died of a heart attack in this house, which again was 3 miles away, but it's the same house. They just moved it.
Wonder if it's haunted.
Spooky.
His unfinished business is he needs to go into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
And something that fascinates me about Shoeless Joe too is that, if you know, he didn't have any kids, so he didn't have any heirs or anything that he left this to. So this is the community that came together and decided to save the house and sort of push for him to be in the Hall of Fame and stuff. It's not his family, it's literally just people here who thought that, you know, his play was amazing and he should have had the opportunity to be in the Hall of Fame. And I guess when he moved here around like the 40s and 50s, he still played baseball, but not in any kind of like major capacity. He would just play like, you know, like pickup games or like the minor league teams and stuff, but not affiliated with Major League Baseball, obviously. And that's kind of how he passed his time until he passed away of a heart attack.
Dang.
Yeah, so definitely worth visiting if you're in Greenville. We're going to check out the house a little more, and I don't think it's open. The sad part is this used to be open every day, but right now it's only open on Saturdays from like 9 till noon.
Yeah.
So it's a Wednesday? It's a Wednesday? I don't even know what day it is, y'all. So it's not open today, but I still wanted to stop by and see it because I think it's amazing.
Yeah. There's a picture over on the other side, but that's about it.
It's open from 2. You can kind of see in the windows. Security alarm's probably going off right now, y'all. Like, who are these people?
Soon enough we'll be shoot off. It's a Shoeless Joe Jackson Day.
While we're walking past, here's the floor field from the outside. It's really cold today, and not baseball season, but kind of cool. With a Greenville Drive play. It's a really nice stadium. We might actually come back here and watch a game. Interesting fact about the field, we just went into the gift shop and talked to some of the people that worked here. They actually have a replica of the green monster out there. It's supposed to be 7 foot shorter, and I don't know if she meant by like height or length. I'm not really sure, but she just said it was 7 foot shorter. You know what the green monster is, Nacy?
I have no idea what the green monster is.
Remember in Ted, when they're in the stadium and they have their big green wall on the one side? That's the green monster. So that's supposed to be replica here because obviously this is a Boston minor league team, so you'd want to prep them for the stuff that they're going to play in.
That's cool. That's pretty neat. Too bad we can't see it from where we're at, but
Yeah, I might be able to see it closer by the car. We'll see when we get over there. That's kind of neat to find out.
yeah.
Yeah, there's the little team store over there. Took them a while to ring us up, but we got a couple packs of cards and stuff. They were apparently the champions last year.
Yeah, which is cool.
Let's head to the car. If you guys can see up there, it says "Welcome to the Greenville Monster." So this is the monster side.
Oh, that right back there. So we're not going to be able to see it from the car. We have to be on the other side.
Yeah, this building kind of blocks it. It's very like old school baseball field feel here, which is cool. I really like it.
Kind of makes me think of when we were in Cooperstown.
Kind of what now?
Makes me think about Cooperstown.
Oh yeah.
The field at Cooperstown.
The course field. Yeah.
Maybe we'll make a thing to go see all the minor league fields. Everybody goes to the major league fields, but what about the minors?
Yeah, they felt left out.
They're so left out.
While we were in the area, we saw there was a Shoeless Joe Jackson Memorial Park. We figured we'd check it out. It's basically a baseball field. That's it.
Yeah, it looks like it's got like some walking trail that goes all the way around it, and some picnic benches and a playground. Nothing crazy. Just if you're actually looking for this park, don't listen to GPS because it tries to take you through an industrial building parking lot, and
It does.
Just drive around the neighborhood. That's all we gotta say.
Yeah, and we'll show you the park real quick, and then we might go to his gravestone.
Yeah.
Here's the playground. Not much to it. There's a little walking trail that kind of ends at the playground, and then kind of curves around, and then there's just a nice baseball field. It's a really well-kept baseball field, I gotta admit. But the rest of the park, not so much. There's a huge industry behind it. Look at that smokestack there. That's the road it tried to take us down to get here. I don't know why, but that's what it did. And then there's the baseball field. It's really nice.
All right, so over by the bathroom are some placards about baseball. This one is about the roots of textile baseball and industrial cotton mills and how that was responsible for the South's recovery from the Civil War. Collectively, the mills brought true grit, American working class together, and basically kind of how that kind of rolled into baseball. And many of the great legendary ball players like Shoeless Joe Jackson were mill workers by the thousands, once swarmed out of the drudgery on Saturday afternoons when the whistles blew to their village's ball fields to enjoy the thrill of the American pastime of baseball. That's what that one says. And then this one goes on to talk a little bit more about Shoeless Joe. And when he was 13, he earned a position on the Brandon Mill baseball team. And then his home runs were known as Saturday specials. His line drives were blue darters, and his gloves were a place where triples died. Apparently he was the greatest natural hitter ever to grace the diamond, and was such an inspiration that Babe Ruth chose to copy his swing. Fascinating. And then this here says a couple more things that you can learn about Shoeless Joe in the Greenville area. So we're here. We went to the Memorial Park. We went here. I believe we also saw the statue in the plaza. And now we're gonna go head over here to the Woodlawn Cemetery. But if you guys want to learn more about Shoeless Joe Jackson, there you go.
So I'm thinking maybe that's the mill he worked at. I mean, if this is the baseball field that he played at, and when he was like 13, that was probably the mill he was working at.
History.
History.
If you build it, they will come.
Well, that's definitely an ancient building. I would bet that's early 1900s. So it would kind of line up. When we got back to the car, we did a little more research, and that is the mill he worked at in the distance that we showed you, right by this baseball field.
Starting route to Woodlawn Memorial Park. Proceed to West Avenue, then turn right.
And there's GPS, y'all. We're heading to his gravesite, but that's fascinating. It's right by where he worked when he was...
Which makes sense why they would build the park here. Like, it makes sense why they would put a baseball field next to a mill.
Yeah, and it's also where he played, so...
Yeah.
Fascinating. Journey through history. Neat little find as we're driving around. There's a cool clock over there. That's a Pepsi clock. We'll drive in, and it's got like the regular clock. It's got Starry on it, which I imagine is a add-on as of recent, but that's pretty neat. We found the gravesite. This is super cool. Look at all the baseballs that are here. And there's coins too, and a baseball bat. So another interesting story I read when I was reading about him is that apparently his friend, their child died, was basically stillborn, and they didn't have a place to bury him. So he allowed them to bury him here at this gravesite too. So he's buried with them as well. Awesome. Which is why I think the people in the community like him so much. Because he seemed like he was a decent person. Really good person, yeah. And I think earlier I said 9 people from the White Sox. It was 8. I don't know why I misspoke, but there were 8 people banned.
So why do you think people left their baseballs here?
It's just a tribute to him. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It was a little bit difficult to find. There's this big monolith over here, and it's just kind of in this open space in the funeral home. The entrance is all the way over there, so you can kind of see if you come around the corner.
But if you ever come here looking for him, look for the big thing.
So if you ever come here, look for the big thing, says Nacy.
It's across from the L lot, so if that's helpful.
Oh yeah, good one. Yeah, it is across from the L lot. When I looked it up online, it said it was in the 5, but that's not correct at all. So when I looked up the gravesite website or something like that, Find Your Grave. Fascinating, right?
So cool.
All right, let's see what else we get into.
Yeah. Onward to the mountains, probably.
We stopped at the gas station to get some gas. We're 4 miles out of Townville. Very original name for a town. But you gotta love the views. I love like the rolling hills with the farmlands. Of course, a church because we're in the south. Love this place. Cruising through this back town, we found this cool little mural. They got a Starry Night from Vincent van Gogh. And then they have a Mona Lisa one from Leonardo da Vinci. And then I'm not really sure who this is. But it is the Ocoee Muriel Trail. Interesting. Huh. Check this out. So if you want to learn more about it, there's apparently... Interesting. So there's a whole mural trail. That's cool. I love the Starry Night. Starry Night's one of my favorites pieces of art. It looks amazing. And then something cool too as we were driving past, across the street, they got the guy from Cars. The bus, who's like a hippie. It's got filtered fuel over there. That's cute. So a little Cars reference. Hidden Disney in the mountain, y'all. Hidden Disney. So just a little update as we're driving around. That was Westminster. It's not Oconee. It's an Ocoee Muriel Trail. Mural? If I can say it right. Trail. But we're in Westminster because I looked up the actual mural and it's Westminster. There's a bunch here. So we're going to do a little bit of exploring. Here is the Westminster train depot. Well, it's old train depot. Pretty cool. Oh, they got a Sasquatch. You see him? Squatching around. Yeah. Definitely subscribe. We're going to try to go to the Sasquatch Museum while we're here. This is the 4th mural that we found. This is called Bluegrass Roots. It's right down the street from the other two. It's basically bluegrass players jamming out. And then across the street, and there's another one. We're going to see if we can find what this one is. Right across the street, as we were talking about, no place like home. Got some military veterans. A little kid looks like he's about to pee on the flag. Not sure what's going on there. Yeah. Over in this left corner, they got
a mountain range in the distance.
Appalachia. And then I'm guessing a hawk. The other side with 2 more military people and a 3rd U.S. Army retired sitting down. Some more birds and plants. Really cool mural. No Space Force. No Space Force. Getting hit by the American flag. So we're just walking here, and there's apparently a quilt trail too.
Upstate Heritage Quilt Trail, and this is number 233 of how many I don't know, but...
Well, there's one here, and then you turn to the train station, which we talked about earlier. There's actually a quilt in that far left-hand corner too, so we've seen 2 of 200 and something.
Yeah, that's actually the Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center.
Oh, historic. Fascinating. We found another quilt. Kind of looks like the first one. We're trying to find, there's a general store museum. We're going to try to see what that's all about. And we're one day early for the general store museum. It's open Thursday, Friday, 11 to 4, and Saturday. So what do you think of Westminster so far?
It's cute. It's a cute little town that I didn't know we would stumble upon.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I randomly saw the Cars guy. Nacy saw the murals, and we're like, let's stop.
Let's stop. So, you know what? That's your key in life. You see something, you stop. You never know what you're going to find.
They also have an apple festival here, but it doesn't say when. We just have flyers on. Fascinating. So we found this cool thing. The little apple there in front of the City Hall says, the Apple Festival is in honor of Cecil Sanders Sr. I don't know how he got senior. Like, do you know you're going to have kids and they just label you senior when you're born? But he is the founder of the South Carolina Apple Festival. And it was founded in 1961. Interesting.
Yeah.
Squatch thinks it's interesting too. So we're on our way out and we found the Last Supper, y'all. Nacy really wanted to see this one, so we had to find it out. Her favorite man's the best dude in the middle there. Yeah, there's the Last Supper for you.
Didn't know. We're getting culture, dude.
We're getting culture? I thought you knew all about this culture.
Culture? I do know all about this culture.
This
It's one thing I can teach you.
No, in all honesty, this is super cool. You should come down here and
Yeah.
check out these murals. It's really neat. And there's like 20 of them. They're not all in Westminster. Some of them are in Seneca. But really cool. Really come down and check it out. Plus you have the quilt tour too, which is 200 and something quilts to check out too. That's a great idea for a small town.
There's another quilt one right back there. I can see it in my rear view mirror facing the railroad tracks. So, yeah.
It's a good idea for a small town to do something like this. Really cool.
Yeah, we'll definitely come back and see what else we can check out in the future.
As we're heading out of Westminster, the train's coming through. Choo choo.
Choo choo.
Reminds me of the Benihana experience. He did the choo choo at the Benihana.
Go past this light, then at the next one, turn right.
We have officially made it to Hiawassee. There's a Hiawassee city limit sign. Look at that. Right as I pushed the
perfect timing. It's like we've been here before.
Yeah. That is Lake Chateau on Nacy's side of the car. It's the one of the biggest lakes around here. Really nice.
And it's actually still got water.
Yeah, which is uncommon for the winter time.
Yeah, usually it's by October. They've usually like receded.
Yeah.
A lot, and you can see a lot of dry docks.
Here is we'll come up on like a Taco Bell and the fast food for the area. Yeah, you can see the leaves. Some leaves have changed. Some leaves have already fallen off. It's really kind of been a weird drive when it comes to like the leaves.
Oh, look, there's the new Dunkin'.
Oh yeah, there's the new Dunkin'.
We get excited about new things in our small town. And yeah, we call it our small town.
There's the DQ on the left. But yeah, this is Hiawassee, y'all. It's a small, remote little village.
And you should definitely check it out if you're in the Atlanta area. It's about like what? Oh, they turned that place into a seafood bar.
Yeah, sure did. It's not open though. Looks like it's already closed. It used to be a hot dog place.
That was the barbecue place. It's not the barbecue place anymore.
Yeah. Well, like you said, it's only about a 2.5 hour drive from Atlanta.
Yeah.
And it's got some beautiful views up here. This is basically where people from Atlanta go and get vacation homes.
Yeah, so we got about 15 minutes till we get to our destination.
Yeah, there's the Hiawassee Town Square. If you watch our Christmas video from last year, we actually went there and they weren't lighting it up yet because they don't light it up till like 2 weeks after Thanksgiving now.
Yeah.
They used to do it Thanksgiving weekend.
Sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is it. There's not much to it. We got an Ingles. Got some fast food.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to like nothing again until you get to the next town over, which is Young Harris, which is where we're going. So, and that's even tinier than this.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Hiawassee Mural right there.
Oh, nice.
Founded in 1856.
1856.
Yeah, there's the old the Hardee's isn't open anymore.
Oh, snappies. They closed that Hardee's.
Yeah.
Still got chairs in there.
That's sad. Well, everything's taken apart. They still got the Blimpie somehow, though. I've never even seen anybody go into that Blimpie's.
Is the antique mall still here? Because I'd love to go
Yep.
walk around.
There's
the
the mall
antique
on Main.
Yeah, we should definitely add that to just a quick stop in.
Yeah, we can go check it out. Sometimes they got good baseball cards.
Huddle House.
There's the McDonald's, the Huddle House. We ate at the Huddle House many times.
Oh, yes.
Open till 8 p.m. now. It used to be open 24 hours pre-COVID. That's interesting.
And then it's a Mexican place we like.
Monte Albans. Yeah, it's a pretty decent Mexican place. That's actually a chain. There's a few of those in this area. We're heading to Young Harris. So this is Towns County Pickleball Courts. They actually have professional pickleballers up here. Like they have the entire like league and stuff, and then they have like the really professionals. A lot of them live around this area, my understanding.
Which is fascinating.
Yeah, it's crazy how big pickleball is up here. All right, that concludes our trip to the Georgia mountains. What'd you think, Nacy?
It was a fun drive. Honestly, I have to say, when you break up long drives into 2 segments, it really makes it a lot more doable and you don't feel as stressed. And it was really fun stopping in Greenville, checking out all the stuff that we checked out. And I would recommend, if you are making that trip and you're driving through Greenville, wherever it is you're headed, pull over, check out the sights, take in a little bit of a new city. Because it's fun.
Yeah, the Shoeless Joe Jackson stuff was really cool. The murals that we found along the way that we randomly found were really neat too. Fun trip overall. So if you like this kind of video, make sure to hit that thumbs up.
Be sure you hit that subscribe button.
And ring that notification bell so you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come and get you guys for the next one.
Ain't that the truth, baby Ruth?
Bye, everybody.